Did I think dinner would happen? No. Pretty much breakfast was shot with no plan on actually making dinner, just a vague idea. And yeah, moped intro came out pretty sweet. Wanted to shave my head for a while with something like that. Brainstormed with the guys, kind of like, oh, you should shave your head like while riding a moped. Well, I guess that's what I did, but the idea kind of got flushed out. Vermont's flooding, yeah. So went to 2 spots and kind of filmed the flooding. One of them was a drop rail, which actually ended up working out, and then I went to the next spot after the flooding to go to try to film there, and it was hard to get to. It was supposed to be my first clip too for dinner, and it was just a bust. It was like super sketchy. Nothing really looked that cool. Maybe you could fish out a photo, but that was kind of a letdown. This KKD spot, been eyeing it forever, this little ledge thing. It wasn't too special, but I mean, when you've been looking at it for 5 years and they finally paved it this year, definitely felt good to get that clip. That hop rail at UVM definitely took a doozy right there that fall. There's like 15 UVM kids watching me on my first hit, so I was like, wasn't paying attention, didn't wax the rail. And I was just like, oh, I'll just go for a basic thing or whatever, get them to leave, and ended up dying. It's the bike rack though. Session that in lunch and got some clips on that, and it was pretty psyched to see it got hit by a plow. I was kind of lucky on that. Got booted the first day there, but went back and was able to quickly get a nice clip out. So had access to this warehouse, which was pretty sweet. Got down there with Mark. Wish we had another filmer, but set up some awesome shots. Got to light some stuff up. It was kind of bittersweet. We got a couple clips, but hit my heel pretty hard. And so kind of put the damper on the rest of the dinner section. My heel was kind of hurt all the way from Connecticut throughout Cali. Headed down to CT and met up with Casey. He was pretty psyched since he was sending me updates the whole time, kind of my motivation to skate. And met up with him. First spot was, there was literally a party there. There was a wedding party at the first spot. Copped 2 clips real quick. Weren't the best clips, but ended up being pretty fun. Then tried a 7 line for a while. Didn't get it as fast as I wanted, but my heel was starting to bruise up. So had about 3 weeks of filming. Had about 20 clips. Rested up my heel for another week and shot out to California to finish dinner. First spot in Cali was a little handrail in front of someone's house. Had like 2 feet of run up. Took a couple falls. Didn't have any wax that first day, so ended up falling pretty hard, and then driving to CVS, getting waxed, going back, and got the clip. Pretty pumped on that. And then after that, it was a slow start. Went to this like Mammoth Park thing, and got a little 180 there. Still busted my heel, and wasn't too psyched on that clip. Then found an awesome sidewalk wall ride, since California is a giant skate park and every single tree makes a launch ramp. So ended up boosting this wall ride, which is pretty fun, but just another filler clip. And yeah, California started out pretty slow, but it definitely picked up. This is where you can film my busted heel. Got a bump on my head. Pretty much the weekends is when you can go skate the schools, and you hop the fence, cruise into the school, and it's usually a paradise. First school I went to, met up with the shadow team there. And it was a pretty funny session. We had our dinner crew filming our own little thing, and then the shadow crew filming theirs. And at first we were filming in different parts of the school, and then ended up having a little session in the back with me and JC were skating the spot. And it was pretty funny because Farmer was filming JC, and Farmer would kind of cruise out when I drop in, and Mike and Mark would cruise in for the clip. And then when JC would go after me, like Mike and Mark would shoot out and Farmer would shoot back in, and we were just sessioning this little rail and kind of like this little rhythmic thing we had going on. It was pretty funny, but pretty cool. And then next day went to a random school. Group got lost and was looking for Googling schools, and ended up running into the Valor team filming, which was just a pretty funny coincidence. And didn't skate with them. They cruised out as soon as we got there, but ended up skating that school the rest of the day, and it was pretty dope. Dempsey got 2 clips, and I ended up getting my ender, so that was awesome. I mean, it pretty much shows in the clip, but it is the best feeling ever the main reason why you skate. And that's why that clip ends dinner. The drop-in at the beach at Santa Monica was the scariest thing ever. And fell on my butt the first time. But holding onto that thing and just counting down and letting go was absolutely frightening. And I didn't want to go back up and do it, but I looked at the clip and I was holding onto it weird, and I knew I could land it. All I could think about was landing and falling on my face, but letting go and dropping that was definitely a nice adrenaline rush. It was one of the spots where it took a second for me to realize I did it because I was shaking. Oh no, we got locked out.
Oh no.
So going to a spot where you've already gotten the clip with the pop sledge is pretty difficult because all you can think about is the clips you've already gotten there, especially if it was like a banger clip. And yeah, that was definitely a session that took a while for me to even think of what I was going to do. Went there with a couple of tricks in mind and they were not working out. Ended up with a pretty cool line that I was pretty psyched about. And then after that went to the Long Beach Gap. Aaron Feinberg fakie 3'd it back in the day. It was so dope. And I tried to 5 it last year, about a year ago. Got rocked, broke a wheel, broke like 3 wheels in a frame trying to jump that gap, and just got pretty beat up. So definitely had that in my mind, but going there with a hurt heel was not the right thing to do at all. Fell a couple times, pretty much just trying to land on my non-hurt heel, even though both are pretty bruised foot. And my landing was a little raw, but I liked it. And definitely a little painful, but it was nice to get that clip since I've been eyeing that out for like, I don't know, a good year and a half. And after that, cruised around there and got some pretty fun footage. We get a lot of fun footage. So after the 540, my heel was pretty bruised. We went out, it was a weekend again, skating schools. I didn't get a clip Friday, and I did not get a clip on Saturday, and I felt good on Saturday. And I was trying to break the curse, and I went to this high school right down the street and ended up slaying. Got 4 clips, got super beat up. My heel got busted. Did a switch up on a handicap I've been thinking about for about 2 years. I don't really sessions handicaps anymore, but ended up sneaking a little handicap into my section, got that, and then got a pretty cool wall ride, did a big 3. I wish I could have 7'd it, but my heel was busted, so stomped a 3, even though that destroyed my heel even more. And then did this quick UFO at the end that was originally started to be a joke. Not a joke, but kind of just fun. It was just sessioning that rail for fun, and ended up being pretty cool, and then riding down this big dirt hill at the end. So I had a switch fakie 7 in my section already, needed a big fakie 7. Cruised to Manhattan Beach, found the perfect set. Was too scared to pretty much jump it and hit my heel, so just went to the fakie 7 right away. Ended up bashing my heel in my head, wasn't a smart idea. Finished my filming for dinner, kind of on a bad note. And yeah, there's my filming for dinner. Gonna edit it now and help Mike film the rest of his. Enjoy.